Hey guys, so it is week 2 of our strain vlog. Yay! And that means we are done the preliminary, this is what's going on, and now we're plotting towards the plot, sort of.
It's kind of cool that this show doesn't really feel the need to right into the plot. We're gonna have a nice slow build, which is kind of refreshing when it comes to TV shows
and adaptations. Yeah. They're like, we'll get there. Like, it's good. You know it's good. Just.
So who do we want to start with?
Let's start with, I guess, F and his relationship with his family.
Oh, F.
Because he means well. He means very, very well. Is it going to happen?
It drives me crazy. Okay, I get it. He's not the best, family person. But guys, he works for the CDC. There is an outbreak. I'm sorry. He says it in, episode number 1. If I don't go to work, people die.
It's just how it goes.
That's just what it is.
The nice thing is his son kind of understands.
Yeah.
It's just his wife who's like...
And, she was really one-sided in the book in that regard. It's just... I'm here to, scream at you and tell you that you're inadequate.
She's still kind of one-sided in the show. She's not, obnoxious or anything.
Yeah,
but
she's not.
But you don't really get why they're divorcing, and...
they have really crazy, chemistry, and you're just come on, guys. We can work past this.
I just found it so funny in the last episode, the boyfriend, Matt, or whatever his name is, he's like, screw anyone who doesn't put you and your mom and you first, right, buddy? And the son's screw you, he works for the CDC, what the hell? I love how the kid was just having none of it. He's like, no, my dad is awesome.
And the same time, the guy, the new boyfriend being we're gonna be best friends, and I'm just
oh, you are a special, special man. Other things to talk about. There was the awesome, awesome, awesome scene between the Nazi vampire, because we have those, and
Abraham. Okay, he is my favorite character. Just, he's so much fun, and he is just so good at being cool. So he's in jail, it's oh, your lawyer's here, and he's I don't have a lawyer. and he walks up and he sees German Nazi vampire, and he's just aw, crap.
Sits down. What do you want?
Okay, and just the chemistry between those two actors was just through the roof. That entire scene was just through the roof. They were just, it was so well done, and he's so good at being creepy, and just Abraham's so how the hell am I gonna do this? I'm not young anymore. I can't kill you. Holy crap, you're almost breaking the glass with your finger. I am so screwed.
And the vampire is taunting him. He's you get to sit in here and watch as we destroy the world. And Abe's like, hey, remember your friend? I put him in the ocean.
And at the same time, I was heartbroken too, because he's full on taunting him. It's hey, you remember your girlfriend? Do you still carry her heart around? Oh, she struggled at the end. She didn't. The only thing she said was your name. Huh? How does that make you feel, you old man? And I'm just you're just
oh my god.
And so that explains that creepy little heart thing that he keeps in the
jar. Feeds.
That's
a very weird relationship.
On the topic of worms, we get to see them kind of in action in the fact that F and Nora are experimenting and playing around with the creepy vampire worm things, and it was disturbingly cute. The scene to me where he's oh, I'm gonna feed it with a little tiny syringe, and it's just food, and F is just oh, look at this, it's so, and then it he looks in the microscope and crazy jaw things come out of the worm, and he's just oh my god.
Yeah, that wasn't cute. That was creepy. So, yeah, that's where her brain is.
I feel like I might be trying to, like, protect myself.
I hope so.
We have our other survivors.
Oh, yeah, they get out of
They
jail
get out of quarantine.
thing. Mm-hmm.
And, like,
And they're obviously not doing well, okay?
Like, guys, you are pale as sheets. You have, like, bloody eyes, and you're all hearing random ringing in your ears.
Oh, yeah, that says fine to me.
We're totally good. Let's go party.
Which they do! One of them, anyways. And it ends in him biting a prostitute?
I think it's just, like, a girl, like, he's, like, to his, like, his manager guy's, like, choose 3 girls, make sure they're hot. And I'm just like, oh, this is gonna end well. I think, like, it was really good, really well done in the build-up, though. Mm-hmm. Like, how, like, okay, he bites her, and then, like, you know, they run off, and he's, like, licking his hand, and I'm like, okay.
Then he starts making out with the floor.
Yeah, that just made me laugh.
You're just like...
licking the blood off the floor. Aw, yeah. Like, dude, there clearly is something wrong with you. Then, of course, the pilot. I love the pilot, because he's just like, yeah, there is something clearly wrong with me, and I feel horrible because a whole bunch of people died, and I'm blaming myself, so, yes, test me any way you want. Just take me.
Poor guy doesn't get anything good from it either.
No.
He's just gonna be a lab rat.
Yep.
We also see, the rat catcher.
Oh yeah, he's fun.
Oh, he just makes my life. He's just like, he walks into the restaurant, the guy's like, get out, we're like serving people, and he's like, look, rat, you're in! And the guy's like, please leave, I'll pay you. And he's like, I found a dead one!
Hey, who wants to keep eating in this restaurant?
And he's not just like a random like interlude, he's actually got...
He's a character who's gonna...
do stuff, eventually. But he's kind of ballsy and...
I don't really like the Gus storyline. The
Spanish guy.
The Spanish guy, he's like, because he brought the coffin into the town, and he's like, he feels so fake to me. Like, it just feels fake. Like,
I like his relationship with his mother.
I like his relationship with his mother, but he just, like, it feels like stereotyping, almost.
It is a little bit.
And I was just like...
It's kind of like, yeah. He hasn't, but I mean, they haven't had a lot of time to flesh him out yet, so maybe it'll come around. But
hopefully.
I get what you're saying about stereotyping.
And on the topic of our fun coffin, so Eldritch Palmer, because I'm remembering character names now, is like, all right, when do I get to meet the master dude? Because, you know, yeah, I got you this far, and German Nazi vampire is like, oh, soon, okay, we'll do it, we'll schedule this meeting. And so the Eldritch is like, manservant person is like, hey, you want me to go get you this liver or kidney or whatever organ it was, because yours is failing? And he's like, no, I don't need it, but we gotta go to this meeting. And that was the best I done fucked up scene I've ever seen in my life. Because, like, the manservant guy is just like, dude, you know, these guys, they're promising you stuff that I don't think they can deliver on. And he's like, nope, this is gonna work. These are powerful people. And he walks over to the coffin, and he's like, where's this guy? I want to see this master guy. Na-na-na-na-na. And then, like, the master just, like, runs around like crazy, and then just, like, shows up in front of him all big and majestic-y, like, towering over him, and, like, takes off his hood, and his face
is just like, yep, should I be going now?
Mistake. I done fucked up. I done fucked up big time.
Yep.
They really made him look like Nosferatu.
Did they?
Yeah, like, if you, like, okay, because I'm a loser, I, like, paused on the actual, like, thing, and you only see him from behind, and he's like super white with like pointy ears, and I'm just like, German expressionism film, woo, I'm such a loser.
I'm so excited if they do make him look a lot like Nosferatu. Would be good.
And the way they did his voice was really cool too.
Yeah,
like multiple voices.
Yeah,
kind of blending into the
I'm
acquired
for the
terror.
Yeah, I'm excited for the real reveal, not just like the
back face thing.
last but not least,
How the
child
episode
scene.
ended?
Was it shocking? No. Did it kind of startle me a little bit? Yes.
So we go back to our good buddy, the French guy, whose daughter came back to him. Remember how we were talking about this in the last episode? Like,
I love how he's on the phone with F and he's like, thanks for sending my daughter back to me. And F is like, what the
okay, so F, pause before we go into the big ending. F is a little bit slow on the uptake here, like,
really slow.
really slow. And so he's like, throughout the episode, they're trying to get in touch with the coroner. You remember the coroner? The coroner who they're like, hey, buddy, do this quietly and don't tell anyone you're doing this.
Yeah, well, he's gone.
They're phoning and they can't get there. And so finally Nora and F are just like, well, screw it. We'll go visit him. Cool. This is awesome. And they get there and, like, everything's, like, overturned and, like, no one's around and the phones are all off the hook.
All the bodies are gone.
And F is just like,
yeah, I guess that's what the guy was talking about on the phone, because the guy's like, thanks for sending bodies back. And I was like, what? What? My daughter's alive. No.
And, like, Nora and F are talking about this in the car, and Nora's like, well, you think maybe, like, we thought everybody was dead and those 4 people were fine. And then F's like, and Nora's like, well, maybe it puts, like, this, like, virus thing puts them in stasis, and everybody eventually woke up, and F's like,
yep.
Alright, fast forward. End of the episode. He, like, goes up, it's like, oh, you turned the lights off, and I'm like, dude, get out of that room. Get out.
Oh my God.
And, like, the kid is just, like, here in the water.
Like a frog.
Like a creepy frog.
Or an alligator or a crocodile.
Just watching him.
And he comes closer.
And he's like, are you hungry, sweetheart?
And she's
I'm
like,
very hungry. And I'm just like, buddy, you're really lying to yourself. Like, dude, her eyes are red. Her eyes are bloody. Come on. She's like pale as a sheet. She looks like a corpse.
How are you not putting this
together? How are we not putting this together? Clearly you should have realized something is wrong. I'll put on your Lion King CD.
That'll help.
That'll totally help. And what does she do? And so we get a reveal.
I actually really like the way they did that scene, because then they had him fall into the water, and you'd think, there would be blood in the water, but obviously there's not, because she just drank it all. But then you just see, like, this little tiny blood trail going to her mouth, and I thought that was really, really cool.
It was like this, like, it was really pretty.
Well,
in the creepy cinematography pretty way.
Yeah. Because everything was grey.
Yeah. And so that blood stood out even more, and, like, her, like, skin kind of melded in with the water. The water was kind of milky. It was just...
It's really well done.
Shot from top, and just... Do we want to talk about the stingers?
Okay.
So when I read the book, I think we talked about this last week, I kind of saw them as more, like, thin, like, zip-liney, like, think of a cord just going...
Yeah.
And they're kind of more, like, as thick as my arm, I would say. Kind of like a muscly thing with, like, a claw at the end.
They're like lampreys. If you've ever seen a lamprey, those things are creepy as hell, but,
So I think that's going to make it a little less kind of creepy for me, because now I'm having flashbacks to Alien.
Yeah.
Now granted, if they're going to do more of, like, what happened to the coroner, where, like, the worms are, like, crawling into him, I don't think I can deal with that. That's too much. But...
Hey, you never know. Anyways. I pictured the tongues kind of more like what you say. It's still kind of creepy, though.
Yeah.
Like, go watch a video of a lamprey and see how you feel. I'm serious. Those things are creepy as shit. They have, like, pistons that, like, and they, like, just slowly, like, eat away your skin. And, like, their teeth latch on so that they can't be dislodged, and then it, like...
Well, it's kind of cool how, like, the little tiny worms, when they put the little tiny worms under the microscope, how they're very similar to the actual stinger. Mm-hmm. And I expect next episode we're going to get more of their, like, physiology, kind of see what's happening on the inside of that pilot, because...
Yeah. Anyway.
So, what are you guys thinking about the strain?
Like it? Don't like it? cliched. I don't know.
Yeah, so
Tell us what you think. All right, so we'll see you next week, guys. Bye.